Okay, well, good morning, seventh graders. We are now on chapter 10 review, which means we're going to have a test starting next week. Okay, so this is for Thursday and Friday of this week. We'll review, and we'll have a test that will be given out probably on the weekend. That way you can work on it on the weekend and work on it Monday and Tuesday and possibly even into Wednesday. Okay, because I want you to have plenty of time, but we are going to have a test. So this review is on page 476. Now, I'm going to do some problems from the review that will be on your homework. So if you have your notes out now, you will get some homework problems done, and you won't have to rewatch the video to do them, okay? So if you have your notes, get ready to do some numbers. So make sure you take note of this, okay? So number one is in the homework, in the review, is about a tree diagram. Okay, so we did this way back before we even went on spring break. And it says Kathleen has a white tablecloth and a cream one, and red, blue, and pink napkins. Okay, so she has two tablecloths. She has a white one and she has a cream one. So we can put W and C. And she has, what is that? Three different colors. She has red, blue, and pink napkins. So all we do is these are the first two options, then we draw our tree. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, right? Red, blue, pink, red, blue, pink. That's how we make a tree diagram. So number 2, you're gonna do on your own, okay, for the homework, but you got that because you just have to do something like this. This is what a tree diagram looks like. Okay, so if you need to just take mental note of that, it's where you got arrows, and it's just every choice goes and makes a new arrow. Okay, so hopefully you remember that. That's number 1. It's the beginning of our review. Okay, now, next one that we talked about was arrangements. Okay, we have possible arrangements. And the way that that works, arrangements. So the way that possible arrangements works is if we say, like, let's look at number 3. I'm going to do number 3. So it says that we have a library that has 5 rooms and 78 biographies. Now we're trying to find out how many biographies. We're trying to find out how many arrangements we can have. Now this is the easy one. All we have to do right here is multiply. When it asks us something like that, we just do 5 times 78. Punch that in our calculators, and we get 435. Okay, so for that section, when it asks for possible arrangements, all you do is this right here. You just multiply, okay? Very easy. You guys can do 4 and 5, 6, those next 3 by multiplying. Okay, remember, you just take a group, whatever's in the first group, times whatever's in the second group, and that equals your total. Okay, so that's very easy. If you need to pause it, go for it. Now, the next section here is factorial. So the first one is 8 factorial. So if you want to do this with me, this is number 7. This is 8 factorial. Remember, that's 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. That's what the factorial sign means, is that we write it like this. We punch all that in our calculator, and we get a handy dandy 40,320. So there's our final answer. I just type that all in the calculator, punch it in, boom, 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 and there's my answer. So you're going to do the same thing on numbers 8 and 9 on your own calculators and find the answers for that. Okay, there's that factorial. That's review for factorial. You just write it out. So if it was 4 exclamation point, that's going to equal 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, right? Everybody remembers that? Not too bad. Which in this case would be 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. So that would be if there was one like that. Okay. Next part of our homework was permutations. Okay. So this is permutations. If I can spell today, I'm struggling. Permutations. So it says 7 children lined up for 7 spots. So 7p7, what that does is we do 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay, so that one's pretty easy. All we have to do there is factor. And we do that 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 in your calculator. You get a grand total of 5,040. So think about that. If 7 people line up for pictures. There are 5,040 ways that they could do that. That's pretty amazing to think about. Okay, so the next two, 11 and 12, are going to be the same way, where you're going to do a factorial. But number 13, okay, I'm just going to put a little asterisk here. Number 13, what you got to do is the way you got to set it up. Remember, if it has multiple and you have permutations, the first one is always smaller. So if you need to go back, this is what that's going to look like. It's going to be 12 factorial divided by 12 minus 4 factorial, okay, which is going to be 8 factorial on the bottom, and you're going to have 4 spots to go. So you're going to do 12 times 11 times 10 times 9. Okay, so if you get confused, just come back and listen to my voice. Say 12 times 11 times 10 times 9, and you will get the right answer. Okay, now moving on from permutations, we're going to continue here on to number 14. Okay, this is number 14. And on number 14, it says we have 4 red, 3 black, 4 red, 3 black, and 2 blue. Okay, so the first thing we need to know is how many pens do we have total? Well, we have 4 plus 3 plus 2, so we have a total of 9 pens. That's always the first thing we need to do. Find out how many pens we have. We have 9. So number 14 says, what is the probability of getting a blue pen? Okay, I got to use the blue pen for that, right? Blue. So how many do we have? We have 2 that are blue, so I do 2 out of how many total? 9. 2 out of 9, and I convert that to a percent, which is 0.22 or 22%. And there's my answer. 2 out of 9, 0.22 or 22%. Okay, so you guys can do that. You just count how many and put it over the total. Okay, so that's our simple review for that. I believe in you guys. Let's do a harder one. Let's do number 19 real fast, just so that we can see how we're doing. Number 19 says, not black or blue. Okay, now it's not black or blue. It means it's just red. So what are the red ones? There are 4 out of 9. That's very easy to do, which is 0.44 or 44%. Right, you see that? When it says not black or blue, it means all we got left is the red. Okay, so there's that review on probability. Now, we're going to look at let's see. We're going to look at number 22 and the chart. Okay, so if you look at number 22 and you see a big chart, right? We got a frequency, we have number of children, we have tally, and then we have frequency. Okay, so it looks like this. We have number of children here are 1, and this is 1, 2, so there are 2 of them. For 2, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. For number 3, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. For 12, then for number 4, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. For 5, we have 1, 2, 3 for 3. And number of families with 6 kids, we only have 1. Okay, 1 family with 6 kids. So now on number 22, we're looking for the mode. Okay, when we have the mode of this, we're saying which one of these over here, the number of kids, is the most. Okay, we're looking for mode. Which one has the most? Well, that's kind of straightforward, right? This one right here has the most because it has 12. So that means the answer is 3 children. Okay, the modal family is the one that has 3. Whoa, that's a terrible 3. Is the one that has 3 children. Okay, now think about how would we find out the range? Okay, range, we're just going to take the biggest number minus the smallest number. Okay, I'm not going to solve that for you, but I'm just going to let you know. For families represented, we need to find out how many total are here, so we have to add those together. Okay, that's all we're doing. Now, if you need to pause that and go back, go for it. Now, one final part of our review that we're going to do for today is, let's say we have a set of numbers. 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now let's say that I'm going to try and find the mode of that set. Which one occurs most? Well, that's easy, right? Most is right here, and that is 8. Okay, so the 8 is the mode. Now let's see if I was going to try and find the range. How would I find that? I'm going to do the biggest minus the small. So I'm going to do 10 minus 1, which is 9. So my mode is 8 and my range is 9. Then let's say I try and find the mean. Okay, mean is average, so I have to add them all together. So I have to add all, then divide by total numbers, by how many I have total, okay? So I type that in my calculator. I do 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 7 plus 8 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10, which is 49. That's what they're all added together. And how many numbers do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Divided by 8, 49 divided by 8. This is my mean is 6.125. So I say mean, I'm going to circle it in red just so you know. Answers to that 6.125. Okay, now the only other thing I haven't found here is the median. So you may say, how in the world do we find the median in this kind of problem? Well, we have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So remember, I take 8 divided by 2, and so I know it's going to be the fourth, that's 4, and the fifth term. Okay, so I go 1, 2, 3, here's my fourth term, and I go 1, 2, 3, here's my fourth term, right? It's a fourth term from either end, or if I go from this end, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, it's the fourth and the fifth. So it's these two circled in blue, and it's right there in between them. Okay, so then all I do is add, so I get 7 plus 8 divided by 2, which is 15 divided by 2, which is 7.5. So my median is 7.5. Okay, that's how we do all of that. That is the review for today. Okay, I'm going to finish with one more sample problem. It's like, I'm not going to actually do number 19, or sorry, number 20, but it's like number 20. So like number 20. It's not actually number 20. Okay, let's say that it said we are going to have a 3-digit number that can be repeated. Okay, remember when we say digits, we have bins, and there's 3 bins. How many digits are there? There's a total of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, remember 7, 8, 9, which is a total of 10. So each bin can have 10, and they can be repeated. So I'm going to have 10 times 10 times 10, which is 1,000. Okay, 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000. So your answer to number 20 is not going to be exactly like that. It's actually not going to be like that at all. But this is review from what we did at the beginning. So I'm sorry they didn't have one like this. This is sorry. So don't. This is not like 20. This is like what will be on the test, though. Okay. So this is a different kind of problem that they hadn't reviewed, that I guess they forgot to review. So I added it for you. The one like 20 is actually just going to be, you're just going to use your, do what you did kind of on numbers 14 through 19, okay? So the homework for today is on page 476. Can you guys believe that? 476. This is review, and we're going to do another review lesson the next day, but we're going to do 1 through 24 all. Okay, that's what we're doing for homework today. 1 through 24 all. I'm sorry, not 1 through 24 all. 1 through 29 all. Wow, that was rough. I'm struggling today. 1 through 29. I'm just going to erase this. Yeah. 1 through 29 all. It's on GradeLink as well, so if you get confused, 1 through 29 all. Okay, that's it for today. Mr. H is over and out.